What's up, young blood? It's the end of the 20th Century Fox X-Men film franchise, and I feel fine. Why? Because the X-Men are about to be folded into Marvel Cinematic Universe, that's why. Now, I won't dip into the sad disarray of the last few X-Men movies, nor will I discuss the horrifying implications of Disney's takeover of all media. No, I'm here to discuss the X-Men and how they will be introduced into the MCU. Now, this is going to be a mix of prediction and personal opinion. Keep in mind, this is going to be mostly speculation. However, if everything isn't done the exact same way I say as a fan, I will post 100 videos about how Kevin Feige is history's greatest monster. I'm kidding, only of course. Alright, so, let's go. Number 1, take your time. At first, fans were a little frustrated when Kevin Feige announced that it would be a few years down the road before we'd even get an X-Men movie. But let's face it, Dark Phoenix just came out. They haven't even figured out what they're going to do with New Mutants. The X-Men need a break. Fans also need to miss them. Let them mourn the previous Fox run and allow them to get excited for the new films. The Fantastic Four can take the lead. They were ready first, and they can go first and kind of, space us out. And let's face it, those films never really generated the kind of excitement that the X-Men films did. I mean, the Fantastic Four had, 2 decent, okay movies and Fantastic Four Stick or Fan Stick? Fantastic Four Stick? Yeah, whatever. Number 2, slowly build the X-Men. Now, there's been a lot of fan debate on how to introduce the X-Men to the MCU. Now, there are a number of fans that think mutants suddenly appearing would be too unrealistic, and it would be more believable if the Avengers did something back in time, making mutants be around for reasons. I guess they would think that Captain America would maybe step on a butterfly or prevent Barry Allen's mom from getting murdered, and then that would make Wolverine existing. I have even heard that there would be an alternate universe that the X-Men could exist in, and then they would just simply hop over to have adventures. Oh, who is to say that the X-Men needs to be the first X-Men movie? Don't forget that the keys to Marvel's success has a lot to do with patience. So a good way to introduce the concept of mutant kind is to roll it out slowly. Let's say over the next few years, references can be made to odd incidents recorded all over the world for the last few years. Mutants have been in the background, and suddenly they've become stronger over the last generation. This creates panic among the general public. Still freaked out about the Thanos event? Heck, even some could suspect that some of their loved ones that came back after the snap and return came back wrong, maybe replaced by demons out of some sort of horror movie. This could increase tensions all the way up to the point of creating the Brotherhood and the X-Men. Mutants can even appear first in other films or even their solo movies. For an example, Mystique was originally a Miss Marvel villain, Carol Danvers' Miss Marvel. Imagine, in Captain Marvel 3, the shapeshifter shows up with Rogue in order to take out the boss of space. That would be a cool, way to reintroduce the character to filmgoers who've only known her as a good guy in the 20th Century Fox movies, and also give Carol Danvers a really cool comeback film story where her powers are taken away and she has to fight the one who stole those powers without her powers. Let's see. Also, this would give Rogue a good redemption arc to be, finalized in the X-Men movie. Hey, that Wolverine guy is popular, right? Why not introduce him in a solo movie in World War II alongside of Captain America, provided we can get Chris Evans back for one more appearance. This can all build after a few years, and then boom, X-Men movie. Number 3, establish the difference between superheroes and mutants. Some fans have already been asking the question of how can the X-Men even fit into the MCU? A long debated topic among comic fans for years is how come the general public loves the Avengers and Fantastic Four, but hates the X-Men? And the answer is simple. It's called racism, kids. That's the big theme topic of the comic book. It's not even subtext, it's text. Here, let me unpack that. You see, the reason the general public is cool with the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, and even the Hulk is most of them are viewed as accidents. Heck, in Iron Man's case, he is a self-made hero. What happened to them can happen to us. If the Avengers cause a lot of damage, it's okay. They're us. We understand them. We even feel like we have some sort of control over them. And they even fight to keep the status quo. The X-Men, the mutants, they're not us. They're the other. They're the outsiders. They challenge the status quo, and as many white supremacists might say, they're trying to replace us. No, the X-Men and the Avengers existing in the same universe doesn't weaken the theme of racism. It only reinforces it. So, anyway, those are my ideas on how I think the X-Men will be introduced into the MCU, and I would wager my Pizza Hut X-Men comics that I'm kind of close to what they're planning. Well, I mean, maybe. I mean, I'm not psychic. Or am I? No, I'm not psychic. Alright, hey, you can support this channel through liking, subscribing, and click the notification bell so you can get updates on the channel. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and you can support the channel through Patreon. Coffee and comic books do not pay for themselves, folks. I'm trying to create a channel. So, push the button, Lindsay.